Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net, and it is Tuesday the 21st of April. Thanks again for watching. This is your look ahead video. Now, I'm trying a different method of recording today, so do bear with me. I'm sure there'll be one or two hiccups along the way. You know what it's like when you're trying something new. Indeed, yesterday you probably noticed that the forecast ended quite abruptly, so my apologies for that. You missed a great broadcast if you didn't see it. Anyway, first up today, you might have heard on the news about the storm that's been affecting eastern parts of Australia. In fact, here it is, just showing up on the satellite picture here. Actually, it looks pretty innocuous enough, doesn't it? But it brought strong winds, heavy rain, and some really cool conditions as well during the last 24 hours. And in fact, Australia as a whole during the next week is going to be experiencing some pretty cool conditions, and a further storm coming into the far southeast of Australia during the course of the weekend. Now, the big story back at home here is going to be one of temperatures and cooler weather on its way at the back end of this week and into next week. You'll know, been on about this now for some time. These are the temperature graphs for London we've got here, and also Glasgow. And you notice here, look, how temperatures kind of hover around relatively warm values during the course of this week. But then look at that dip taking place into the weekend, both for London and here for Glasgow. So not just restricted to southern parts of the country, northern areas seeing that as well. And just look how cold it becomes here in Glasgow as we head through the course of the weekend. That indicative that actually we could see some snow over the hills of Scotland, over northern England, over parts of Northern Ireland, and over the north and the west of Wales. Can you believe that as we go into the weekend and into next week? And in fact, if I just show you the charts for next week. Oh, this is the chart for today. I told you there'd be a few hiccups along the way. No, this is the chart for today. So this is Tuesday, and what it's showing you here is high pressure centered just towards the west of the country. But if we just go on and show you this one, this is the chart forecast for next Tuesday. So this is the forecast for Tuesday the 28th, and look at that, low pressure's passed towards the east, and that cold north or northwesterly flows down through all parts of the country, getting right the way into Europe and into the Mediterranean. Look, so some really cold air to sink its way southwards through the UK, through Ireland, through central parts and western parts of Europe as we go through the next few days. Certainly is going to be a bit of a shock to the system after the fine weather that we experienced. So what is the CFS showing us then as we go further ahead? Well, there's some kind of hints that actually conditions stay pretty unsettled through until the middle parts of May, but there is big discrepancies between the CFS and between the ECMWF. So this is the week 1 forecast, and you notice here, look, above normal heights holding on through the UK during the course of this week, but of course, as we know, those heights falling as we head into this weekend and into next week, as we've just seen. Week 2 from the 28th of April till the 4th of May, showing low the normal heights look towards the east of the country, maintains this northwesterly flow. And I think what's remarkable about this cold weather that's coming up is that the CFS, as you probably know from watching the videos here, has been quite consistent in the idea of going for cooler weather coming in at the end of April and the early part of May, and it's showing it again, and it's now in the operationals, which all builds our confidence in those conditions. And then into week 3, look, low the normal heights towards the west of the country again, the flow trying to get back more into a west or southwesterly, so probably temperatures returning to near normal during those early parts of May. And then the CFS wanting to build the ridge in, look, across the east of the country into the middle parts of May, with a trough hanging out in the Atlantic here, and that trough then responsible for building that ridge northwards, look, and getting milder conditions and dry conditions into the country by that middle part of May. Now, overall, I buy that story because I do think that this more unsettled weather that we've had so far this month probably isn't or the more unsettled weather that we're going to go into probably doesn't last that long. So we get cooler conditions at the end of the month, lasting through until the early part of May, and then gradually into the middle part of May, things start to warm up. Okay, I'll leave you with that for now, but thanks for bearing with me. It's a new system that I'm just getting used to for recording, but it presents more flexibility, so hopefully you don't mind just while I was practicing there, just getting used to marking on the new annotations through this new recording system. But I'll leave you with that for now, whatever you're doing. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to check out Gary's Fast Forecast at YouTube. You can subscribe to us on YouTube as well. But for now, whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.